expanding before my very gaze, just like my infatuation with Zach Tucker. Once a year, Mrs. Tucker hired someone to trim back the ivy and keep it from swallowing his window. As a little kid, I would always breathe a little easier then, as though Zach were saved from being consumed. Motioning in the general direction of Zach's driveway, I pointed out, "His car's here." Flor looked back at me, sinking her perfect white teeth deep into her bottom lip. "But he could have gone somewhere with his mom or a friend or something. Did you see someone pick him up?" "No, but I haven't been watching his house all afternoon." You could just text him," Jenna suggested, dropping flat on her back on my bed, her hair fanning out around her head in a golden pool. I glanced back at my laptop. Mr. Martinez had posted practice questions for tomorrow's test. We were supposed to be studying, but I should have known we weren't going to get any work done. An hour in, and we hadn't even made it through 2 problems. And I still needed to practice my cello. Ms. Ravella had assigned a new arrangement, and I was really struggling with it. Flor shot Jenna a quick glare. "I have texted him. He hasn't replied yet. Maybe he's too busy with Ava." I shot Jenna a death look. Did she really have to go there? Speculation was already ripe at school ever since Ava had sat with Zach at lunch this afternoon, and not us, like she did every day. It was a bold move. The kind of move someone only made when they had a sudden change in relationship status. Everyone gawked as she plopped herself down beside him, laughing, flirting, touching his arm every chance she got. Jenna shrugged back at me. "You think he's with her now?" Flor demanded, her velvety eyes wide with alarm. And that was strange. Flor Hidalgo was many things, but never insecure. If this was what happened when a guy dumped you, no thanks. Single sounded just right to me. Zach had broken up with her 9 days ago. 9 endless days ago. They'd been together for 3 months. The longest 3 months of my life. A month ago, I'd sensed that Zach wanted out. There were all the little signs. Easy to catch if you knew him. His eyes strayed from Flor's face when she was talking. When they touched or kissed, he pulled away first. He missed a couple of her soccer games, even when I knew he didn't have anywhere else to be. And then there was the night when Flora got stupid drunk. Something went down between them that night, because he broke it off the next day. It was like watching a car crash about to happen. Everything dragged to slow motion. I knew it was coming, but I wasn't able to do anything except brace for the impact. Still, I didn't think he would hook up with another girl so soon. But this was high school, and hot, popular guys didn't stay alone for long. I knew that. I had just hoped Flor would be over him before then. Or it would be summer and I'd be busy working and able to escape the ensuing drama. Flor sank down on the foot of my bed, her face screwed tight with emotion. Clearly she was far from over him. She pulled her knees up to her chest. She was still wearing her shin guards and socks, dirty and grass-stained from practice. Friends don't do this to friends. I glanced back at my laptop, tapping my fingers nervously on my desk. The guilt was there, even though I didn't act on it. "Willa?" Flor stared at me in an expectant way. "Can you believe Ava is doing this to me?" "Yeah, it's wrong." "Wrong?" Her beautiful eyes blinked. "It's more than wrong. It goes against girl code. We might not be best friends, but we're tight. There should be an official girl code manual given out the first day of freshman year," Jenna declared. "It would make girls think twice before they betray their friends. At least there wouldn't be any confusion." She stabbed a finger in the air. "You break girl code, and everyone knows you're a traitor." "For real." Flor fell back on the bed beside Jenna and took a Twizzler from the bag Jenna held out to her. A moment of silence fell. I turned back to my laptop, looking at the long-neglected math problem, but failing to see it. The Twizzler bag crinkled as they continued to eat. The numbers blurred and danced. I side-eyed the window of Zach's room. There were no blinds, just curtains, and they were drawn, revealing a neat sliver of his navy blue bed.